Oh, so the day is finally here. Oh my goodness. So I know it's only been a couple of days since I started this entire process, but Friday was when I went in for my MRI, and today's only Tuesday. So we're just talking a few days away, but gosh, it feels like it's been a lot longer because I'm been on pins and needles waiting to hear the results of my MRI, and I feel like I'm just been kind of twisting in the wind these last few days. I don't really know what to do, what not to do. So I'm really excited about getting some answers today, but I'm also really nervous too about the possibility of the injury being severe enough that it would require some type of surgical intervention. So I'm hoping that whatever's going on, and I suspect it's multiple things, right? It's probably not just one thing, but whatever's happening, that I can resolve it and get back to running on my own. That I can do all of that healing that I need to do on my own without having to go through surgery. So that's definitely what that would be the ideal outcome of today. I would love to say that of course the ideal outcome would be not to be injured at all, but I know that that's not the case. I already know from the evaluation and so on that something's going on, right? And the question is, what is it? And then the big question, and really the only one that matters, is what's next? How do I heal this thing? I've been trying to keep it light. It's really hard to do not to exercise. It becomes a part of your routine and you miss it. You feel guilty even when you don't. And yesterday, as a mental boost, I went out on my bike for a little bit, not a long time. I kept it really light and just kind of went around town for an hour or so. Nothing strenuous, but it felt good. It felt really good to be outdoors. It feels good to be outside right now. It's about 55 degrees, so perfect weather for my new Run Tall, Run Strong hoodie. You guys have to let me know what you think of it. I tried to keep it really, really simple. Idea was that I would be able to wear this when I was at races like Boston or Chicago or what have you, because when I show up at some of the shakeout runs or at the convention center, wherever it is that you got to do your packet pickup, things like that, to make it a little bit easier for people to put a face and name and that kind of thing together. Because if you've watched the channel at all, you know that I end every video with Run Tall, Run Strong, right? So that was my thinking. So enough about all of that. I just thought I'd share it with all of you. Something a little bit more lighthearted to talk about than injuries and that kind of thing. But I've been really struggling with trying not to speculate too much about what's going on, because I don't want to put a lot of stress on myself. And I think the hardest part for me is going to be if I have to go non-weight bearing for a while, because that's not how my mind is wired, I guess. I know no one is, and that's not kind of what I mean. But when I get confronted with a challenge like this, my instinct is to work hard. Right? Hit the gym, hit the foam roller, and do all that kind of stuff. Do all the strengthening stuff, and just run a little harder. All that kind of. But that's not what non-weight bearing is about. Non-weight bearing is about being a sloth, really. I mean, it's just about not doing anything, and sometimes that's probably the best thing you can do for yourself. It's just, if that's what it is, if that's what they tell me, it's going to be tough news to take. I know that I don't expect my doctor to say, yeah, jump right into running again. And even if they did, I couldn't anyway, because I can't jog to my mailbox right now. The 1 or 2 steps is about all I'd get, and that pain would be pretty bad. So I know, I'm not ready to do that, but I would sure love to be able to start doing some strength training. I am going to go in and do my final to-dos before I jump in the car and head off to see my doctor to talk about the results. So, all right, guys. Hey, thanks for coming along. I really appreciate it, and I'll take you with me and I'll tell you as soon as I know what's happening. And but it's really hard for me to express in words just how valuable and how much it means to me to bring you guys along with me on this recovery journey. All of your kind words and so on have really made a huge difference. And I think that's really what I was trying to go for in starting this channel. You know, it's not about me. I've never wanted it to be about me. It's about building a community of people that are like-minded, who love to run, spend time outdoors, or, you know, just want to come together in a safe place to have conversations about things like pizza ovens, like I did yesterday. So, hey, if you're into that kind of thing, you know, be sure to subscribe. All right, guys, enough about that. It's time to get on the road, I think. Time to get on the road. Whew. All right, so we are here. I made it in really good shape. I was surprised that, you know, getting here as quickly as I did, given the amount of traffic that was out there today. So I'm happy about that, because it helped to bring my stress level down for sure. And it's a sunny day. You know, I'm gonna look on the positive side of things. You know, it is a bright, sunny, sunshiny day today. I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it. Got a few more errands to run after this, and I have been working hard to mentally prepare myself for whatever news that I get. And whatever it is, we're going to make the most of it. We're going to make the best of it for sure. All right. It's time for me to head in. Even though I got here in good shape, you know, I always like to take care of the little things ahead of time before, you know, if I have to fill out any paperwork or, you know, update anything like that, which it always seems that I do. Even though I was only here, you know, a week ago, they always seem to have me fill out additional paperwork. I don't get that. I don't get that. But anyway, so I'm going to head in and wait. So hurry up and wait. I'm going to hurry up and wait right now. But I'll let you know how it goes. So we're about to find out here shortly. I'm in the room just kind of waiting for the doctor to arrive. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, so I got the news, and I would say that it's probably the best possible news I could get, you know, under the circumstances. I do definitely have a stress fracture. However, it's on the compression side or the medial side, so it does not need surgery. Because it's been 3 months and healing has already started, he didn't see the need to put me on crutches for non-weight bearing. And he did okay me to continue to ride my bike to stay fit. And in fact, he encouraged me, keep riding your bike. It's not hurting you. So that's all good news. And he even said I could start to do some, you know, strengthening exercises, you know, just some light band work. Obviously, don't be squatting heavy weights, that kind of thing. But I can certainly, you know, work on my glutes and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. The one-legged exercises, I showed him what I was doing for stability and balance and that kind of thing. And he was good with that. So for the most part, keep doing what I've been doing. So I'm going to finish this training block out. And, you know, on my bike, of course. The pause button really only lasted for a day or two. So that's good news, really, really good news. And I talked to him about Chicago because, you know, realistically, I need to start training for that or a new training block in about 10 weeks. So, you know, he didn't see any issues with me starting to be able to train, you know, for Chicago, just as long as, you know, I do it in a smart and responsible way, and as long as I'm not causing myself any more issues or you know, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a slow start. Obviously, I'm not going to train as hard for Chicago when I get into that training block. It's going to be all about continuing to build strength and mobility and all of that kind of good stuff. We continue to work on my nutrition. So I'm pretty jazzed, as you guys can tell. Yes, I'm super bummed that I'm not going to be in Boston, but we're gonna live to run tall and run strong again for sure. What else? So I don't know. I think that's about it. Oh, I do have a follow-up appointment in 4 weeks, so they're going to check it again to make sure that the healing is progressing as it should. The stress fracture was serious, but you know, like I said, 3 months has gone by, so it's healed about as fast as it should be healing. So there wasn't any issues that I wasn't healing on schedule, whatever schedule that might be. It's just with that with the stress fracture that I had, it's taking time. It's taking time, but he does believe that you know, I am definitely on the right road to recovery. So. Oh, yeah, that's a relief. That's a relief. I thought for sure I was going to come out of there with script for crutches for the next 4 or 5 weeks, but it's not the case. It's not the case. All right. Hey, thanks you guys for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed making this one for you. So as always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.